Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we will be talking all about drugstore eyeshadow palettes. So these are literally all of the drugstore palettes that I own and I think they all are worth your money. So if you guys are planning to purchase your first eyeshadow palette, or if you're just planning to purchase any drugstore eyeshadow palette in general, then this video will be really helpful for you all. So please keep on watching. Also guys, I recently purchased a new ring light and a mic for filming. So please let me know if you guys can see any difference, and if you think that the video quality is better than before, let me know in the comment section below. And also before we begin with the video, please make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel and also follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram handle is right here. Please don't forget to follow me there, and also all the product links will be in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. And now let's get right into the video. So I have eyeshadow palettes from the cheapest to the more expensive drugstore eyeshadow palettes. So I have something for each and every one of you. First, in no particular order, let's start with NYX palettes. I have two of them. The first one is this NYX Ultimate Shadow palette. This is in the shade Warm Neutrals. This is something that I have been using since the very beginning of my channel. This is something I used in my first ever makeup tutorial, and I created a monochrome orange makeup look. So this is what I used, and I think it has 16 eyeshadows and they are really beautiful. These are very warm and neutral shades, so if you have this one palette, I don't think you really need any other eyeshadow palette. Only color I think is missing from this palette is black, but you can always purchase a separate black eyeshadow. Miss Claire has some really good eyeshadows, some really good single eyeshadows. So this is how it looks like. The top row I feel like is completely useless. I don't really find those shades very useful except that one highlighting shade. But other than that, all the other eyeshadows are really beautiful. The shimmer ones, however, are not as great as the matte ones. The matte ones are some of the best quality eyeshadows I have ever seen in drugstore. I think they are really comparable to other high-end eyeshadow palettes. So this is something you have to purchase. This is a really good eyeshadow palette. So this retails for 1850 rupees, but you guys can always purchase this during the sale time on Nykaa. If you guys are purchasing any NYX products, then you can use my discount code. It is on the screen somewhere, but make sure that you have only NYX products in your cart. Only then the coupon will work. The other NYX palette that I have is something that NYX recently sent in when NYX turned 3 on Nykaa. So this is the NYX Perfect Filter Eyeshadow Palette. This is in the variant Rustic Antique. The shades are pretty similar to the Ultimate Shadow Palette. This is how the palette looks like. This one has 10 eyeshadows and they all are really beautiful colors. I can only see like 2 or 3 colors which are very similar to the Ultimate Shadow Palette, but other than that, I think it has some really good and unique shades, like these beautiful orangey peach tones and also this beautiful gold color. I have an entire look on my Instagram account. You guys can check that out. This is a really beautiful eyeshadow palette. The shimmer eyeshadows, however, are of really great quality, better than the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. The formula is way better in this particular palette. This is, I think, one of the newest launch by NYX. So this palette retails for 1500 rupees. Again, you guys can purchase this during the sale time. And also this particular shade that you see, it looks really okayish in the pan, but once you swatch it, it is such a beautiful highlight shade. It looks really good on the face too, and also the pans are really big, so you can definitely multitask with these eyeshadows. The next palette is literally the cheapest palette out of all 5, and this is a really great palette. So this is by Wet n Wild and it's the Color Icon eyeshadow palette in the shade Nude Awakening. This is how it looks like. This is literally the cheapest out of all of them, and this works as good as all the other eyeshadows that I have right here. This is in the shade Nude Awakening. Again, it has 10 eyeshadows. The shades are very neutral, and this is like your everyday basic eyeshadow palette. If you guys are planning to purchase your first eyeshadow palette and you just want to start practicing eyeshadow, then I think this is something which is amazing. This retails for 499 rupees, so it is really cheap. And again, I have seen a huge discount on Nykaa and also on Myntra. Like, I've literally seen this palette for flat 50% off. I have this palette on my eyes today and it looks so beautiful. It is so easy to work with. The only shade that I think is a little difficult to blend is this dark brown eyeshadow right here. It is a little difficult to work with, but it's not something really crazy. I have this color in the outer corners of my eyes and I think it was a little bit patchy. You can't really make it work, and also this color is really good for filling in your eyebrows, and also it has some really amazing shade like this rose gold color right here. This is so beautiful, and also this maroonish red color. It is so pigmented. All the eyeshadows are super buttery and super pigmented. They look so pretty on your eyes. Also, Wet n Wild has another variant in this palette which is called Rosé in the Air. I guess that's the name, and that one is an exact dupe of the Modern Renaissance palette by ABH. It is an amazing palette. I have swatched that palette in the Nykaa store once and the quality feels exactly the same. So if you guys want a different color scheme, something very similar to the Modern Renaissance palette, then you can go ahead and purchase that one. But I think this is a very beginner friendly palette. The next palette is again one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection, and also something which is very unique. I literally don't have any other eyeshadow palette which looks similar. So this is the MyGlamm X Manish Malhotra palette, and it is in the shade Rendezvous. First of all, the packaging is so luxe. It is so beautiful. It has this rose gold detailing. I have an entire review on this palette. I'll leave it on the top somewhere. You guys should watch that video. This is how the shades look like. I think this is one of the most unique eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection. It is slightly on the expensive side for what you get. It has 9 eyeshadows and the price is 1850 rupees. The price range is exactly same to the NYX palette, and this is the difference between the size of these two eyeshadow palettes. The quality of eyeshadows that you get is commendable. It is beautiful. This is a travel sized eyeshadow palette. This is so tiny that you can literally slip this into your bag, into your clutch, and you can touch up whenever you want. They also have another variant in this eyeshadow palette in which they have all neutral colors. I so want to buy that palette, but I have enough neutral eyeshadow palettes for now, but I will definitely purchase that sometime later. This particular shade selection is so good and it is so unique. It has all the beautiful jewel tones, and also this gray is a very unique color. My favorite shade is definitely this particular shade in the center, which is a beautiful gold color. It is such a beautiful eyeshadow. It is very reflective. It is a metallic foiled eyeshadow. I think it is a great selection of colors. This is something I always carry when I'm traveling because it is just so tiny, and I always carry this in my bag. So that's something I highly recommend by MyGlamm. Now the last eyeshadow palette is by Makeup Revolution. This, I have to say, is my least favorite amongst all of them, and also it is the most expensive eyeshadow palette amongst all of them, but also it has like 30 eyeshadows inside it. So this is the Makeup Revolution Fortune Favours the Braves palette. This is how it looks like, and it has a huge mirror inside, which I highly appreciate. This is such a huge mirror. Like, I can literally sit down with this mirror only and do my entire face makeup. It is so good. And also it comes with a brush inside, which is completely useless, but it is not a very bad eyeshadow brush. So this is how all the shades look like. It has a huge variety of shades. It has literally 30 eyeshadows. But one thing that I've always noticed with Makeup Revolution palettes is that they always have like shades repeated in their eyeshadow palettes. Like even in this particular palette, it has like 3 rose gold eyeshadows. They look slightly different in the pans, but once it is on your eyes, it looks exactly the same. They are literally like rose gold eyeshadows. So that rose gold shade is also my most used color in this palette, and it is this particular shade right here. It is a really pretty rose gold color. The metallics and the shimmers are really good in this palette, I have to say. But I don't think it has a lot of matte eyeshadows. Some of them are completely useless. My favorite side of this palette has to be this side, which has all neutral colors. This particular side I don't think I use a lot. The blue does not show up on your eyes that much. Even the green is not like green. It looks almost like a black or any other dark eyeshadow. So this one is not my particular favorite, but during the sale time you get this palette for I think 1500 rupees. So it is an average eyeshadow palette, but I think my NYX palettes and definitely this MyGlamm palette is 100 times better than this palette right here. So if you guys are looking for a similar color selection, then you can go ahead and purchase this palette, but otherwise I wouldn't really recommend this particular palette. So this is it for today's video. I hope you all found it helpful in some way. Please let me know your favorite drugstore palette in the comment section below. I would love to know that. And also send some other recommendations. I would love to purchase more palettes, whatever you guys want me to review. Also, if you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please go ahead and click that red subscribe button below. And also please don't forget to like this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.